Hey, are you rock stars? Have indeed chosen to win and walk with Kris. Long time no see. And yes, my name is Kris, and we're on a nice little excursion, little walk. I'm gonna walk up to our super target. They have a body spray there that I've been waiting on that I thought I was gonna get for Mother's Day, but somebody decided to buy me what they liked versus what I showed them specifically that I wanted. And so I'm going up here and get it for myself. Well, how have y'all been? How have you been? How have we been? What's been going on in your world? I hope all is well. I hope it's as good as it can be. I hope that this day started off well for you, and I pray that you have a great ending to this day and that things are good for you. We're almost in summer, although this has been a pretty mild start for us around here as far as summer. You hear the thunder? In about 10, 15 minutes, we're supposed to have a pop up shower. So, yeah, I've got my umbrella, so do not worry. I have had to keep that on deck. Since April, we have just been getting tons and tons of rain. And while that would be good for all the things I've grown, I found it this year to be to my detriment because a lot of the stuff with lots and lots of efforts has been waterlogged and it's really stunted the growth, unfortunately. Hey, Jersey Love, Steph in the building. How have you been? How have you been? I hope all is well there where you are. Like I was saying, we're getting ready to have a, yeah, rain is wonderful. Hey, Rahul, how are you? Welcome in, both of y'all. Yeah, rain is wonderful. It fills our rivers and lakes and all of that stuff. But if your plants or if your things that you're trying to grow are overwatered, it does the opposite. It tends to rot the roots and just kill the plant altogether. I've I did a lot of container planting and stuff like that, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. And so I've been able to pull them in so they just don't get flooded. But that's really how much rain we've been getting. It's just been crazy. Most of the week, all the way up until all the way back from April, it's just been raining super, super bad. So, and like I said, in about 10, 15 minutes, it's going to be raining again. And it's not a complaint. It's not a complaint at all. The temperatures are under 100 degrees. And that's always good here. Always, because it's so hot. But other than that, I've just been living life. Hadn't been on at much. I've been in the chats and comments for other people's channels and stuff, but I haven't been on my channel much at all. At all. Hadn't had much really going on. Hadn't had much to say. The Lord is speaking to me, but not in a place where it's something I feel comfortable about sharing or something that I feel like could edify somebody else just yet. But the Lord, He pops up here and there at times, and I have something worthwhile to say, and I come on. Um, yeah, I've been diving. I dive every day, and hadn't found very much. I found a few things yesterday, and I'll do a little short and get that uploaded for you. But really, for the most part, um, part of me is concerned, but another part of me at the same time is hopeful as far as diving. There is a lot of construction going on around here for a lot of new stores where I find the most things diving. So I'm hopeful in that, and that might be what's causing a lull in the things that I find. Uh, yeah, yeah, I feel you, Steph. It is. It's good writing, and you know, I'm out here walking every day too, but I don't always go live. A lot of it is just me and the Lord talking. I find that talking to the Lord about things that just sit on my heart uh, is what's best. Everything is not for, the public to weigh in on or to even know about. There are some things that should just be between you and God. And I know that that's like counter to this culture because uh, many of them feel like everything should be on social media. And I don't agree, and it might just be me. I feel like there are some things that should just be between between you and the Lord. I mean, once you invite people in with their opinions and their takes, and well, I don't agree, and well, no, you should have did, da, 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 then you open yourself up to uh taking on their will, and that might not be God's will for you. So you just have to be wise and discerning and know what you should come on with and what you should. Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing about another thing for me is, like I say, I'm out here every day, but some days here lately, it's been harder than others um, because of the humidity. With all of this rain, it's just very, very humid, and the humidity weighs on my lungs because the air is just thick and heavy and congested. See the bird? Mhm. What's going on? And it also weighs on my joints, makes my joints ache. Um, but yeah, absolutely. God does whisper. He speaks in a lot of different ways. There are words of edification that the body needs to hear. When the Lord gives you something to rhema words, not so much chronos words where uh in time or time released this will come to pass, but rhema, I mean like right now. There are some things that you say, and you can kind of over time tell chronos from rhema because of the way they hit you. You're like, whoa, are you sitting here next to me? How did you know that I needed that? But that just shows that your relationship with the Lord is solid and you're hearing from Him in a good way, in a connective way that's benefiting you and benefiting everybody who listens. So I am grateful and thankful for that. Our park has just turned all the way green. There was lots of spots that kind of looked icky, but y'all look how green our park is. It's nice. Super duper nice. Um, but yeah, schools are all out. And the kids are everywhere. I don't know where they are. Uh, if it were me, I'd be over here in that park, but that would be just me. Um, I'm walking up here to Super Target because, like I said, there's this body spray I was going to get that I wanted for Mother's Day that I didn't get. So I'm going up here to get it for myself if it hasn't sold out. It's like I wanted it, and the minute I decided I wanted it, everybody in my city wanted it at the same time, and it sold out. And they had not gotten a shipment in. It's been sold out for like a month. So All of their other body sprays, which all of them are super nice. The brand is called Salt Air, Saltair, and they all smell good. They have a vanilla santal that Kadri absolutely loves, and they all smell good. They're a little pricey for a body spray. They're not this little cheap throw on thing, and they smell like it. And the scents last and stay with you. They're light, summery scents, and they have this scent called, what was it called? Exotic Pulp is what it's called, and it's a orangey. Just smells real like a summery scent, almost pink grapefruity like, and it just smells super good. And I just wanted that, so I think. Well, when I went on the website yesterday and checked our super target, they were saying that it would be in today or tomorrow. So I said, well, that could be a good get out and walk for me because the air, I can tell we're getting ready to get some rain and the air is getting heavier and heavier and it's harder and harder for me to move. But I'm out here making it move anyway. Uh, I've gone to the gym, did weight training. Hey, Tracy, how are you? Welcome in. I do weight training 3 times a week. Uh, and I have been doing it. I've been up to 3 times a week since January. I started weight training seriously in January and going to the gym, which I absolutely hate. That's not changed. I can't say I hate it now, but I can say I've resigned myself to the fact that I have to go. It's not a matter of, I always treated it like an option, but the older I get, the more I understand how important muscle strength is, not to flex and show muscle or show off, but actual mobility. When you lose muscle as you get older, you lose mobility. You wonder how those older people are so prone to just tip and fall and all of that stuff. It's not because they've necessarily lost balance as much as it is muscle strength. If you don't use it, like they say, you do lose it. So, uh, and I can tell the difference. I would hit and miss at it and just play around with it years ago because I so hated the gym. Uh, so it wasn't enough for me to understand how important it is and for me to actually see or feel a difference. But I'm going now to the point where I notice the difference. I notice it in the way I walk and the way I eat, the way I sleep. It's just overall my strength, my ability to move things from here to there, to lift and pull. It's totally different than it was in January. Even my muscle tone, I can look at my arms and I can see muscles moving that hadn't moved in years, probably. So it's just been all the way around a really, really good experience, even though it's still challenging to me and I still don't like it. But I like what it's doing for me. So, God willing, I'm going to keep going. I walk there, do what I have to do with Kedra, and I come home. And I always feel better. There are days when I'm just like, oof, I do not want to do this, which is most of the time. But as soon as I leave, get me some water, I'm just like, okay, I'm so glad that I did that. And I sleep all the way better. So there is value in it that has nothing to do with vanity as much as it has to do with your overall health and how much better you feel. Even about looks, it's about just how you feel. My mood and attitude is just, it's 10 times better. I just feel more rational, more clear headed. Having a good walk does that for you too, you know. But weight training, it takes to a whole nother level. But that's me running my mouth. I didn't really come on here for anything. I just came on here to see y'all because I missed y'all. And hopefully, I have more content for y'all to watch. And hopefully, I'll come on here live more. This weekend, I'll say this and then I'll open the floor for y'all and see if y'all have any questions or any comments or anything you want to talk about. But this weekend, um, we're probably going to go to Bucky's. And if you don't know about Bucky's, that is an interesting little venture. It's the glorified truck stop for all of America. Bucky's is opening all over the country. I think there's a Bucky's all the way down in Florida now. And it is one little magical barbecue brisket sandwich place. It's just amazing. You when people talk about it or when they talked about it before I went, I was like, man, couldn't be all that. It is. Bucky's is everything they say it is. It is. It is next to the HEB supermarket. It's one of my happy places. And so we're gonna take a road trip. For us it's kind of a road trip because it's like 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes, something like that from us to Melissa, Texas. And we're gonna go to Bucky's there. But on the other side of Bucky's, some developer had the brilliant idea to build a brand new HEB. Oh my gosh. So it's just like immediately my spirit lifts even in the talking. It's just like one of the happiest places on earth. I love both of those places. And so we're gonna go this weekend. Now, of course, it's supposed to rain. Yeah, it is. It is. It is a truck stop. It's a glorified truck stop, but it's so much more. It's like, and I don't know why it's such a happy place. I love it so much, but I do. Because I'm not what you would call a people person. I'm like the most introverted introvert that I know. But it's like the people in Bucky's are so nice. They so friendly. Everybody gets along. Nobody's pushing, shoving, fighting. None of this stuff you have to wrestle with. I could go into Super Target and the atmosphere is not like it is at Bucky's. I don't know if it's because everybody's full of barbecue and sugar and they're happy or what it is. But it is a happy place. If you can go in Bucky's and you depressed, then something is bad wrong because that's a happy place. It's like it is like Mecca for it is. It is. I don't know if it's a southern thing or what it is, but it's just that I love Bucky's. Bought several shirts, wear them proudly. I love Bucky's. And to know that I have a Bucky's this close to me, top notch. Next to a HEB, you can just send me on the glory and I'm going to be good and I'm going to be straight because I love those places. Once a month, we'll go to Bucky's and we have such a good time. Such a good time. We got a reunion over there. It was too cute. I didn't want to put them on camera, but it was a cute little reunion. Friends, reuniting with friends is fun. It is fun. But other than that, even though tomorrow is probably gonna rain tomorrow, I'm at Bucky's. I don't care. Let it rain. I'm gonna have fun. I'm just gonna have fun. I don't have to do a whole bunch of shopping. As much as I just like looking at everything. It's just fun. It is fun. And I'm gonna have fun tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Saturday. Why am I talking like tomorrow's not Friday? Tomorrow's Friday, but get my days mixed up. But yes, Saturday we're going to Bucky's. But other than that, because we're almost at the Super Target now, and I know once I go in there, my sound is gonna be Cray cray. Um, Anybody have anything else they want to put on the table to talk about before we walk in there? Because if not, I will bid y'all a fond farewell. I could run my mouth for probably the hour and a half that I'm gonna be out here, and it would be all about nothing. Um, and I don't have to. I don't have to. But yeah, you can look at this cloud cover, and you can almost see from the tones of it. Turn around slow, so as not to get y'all dizzy. But you can almost see, particularly over here in the distance, how it's coming this way. And we're getting ready to get rained on. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Miss Mary. Oh, you hear it thundering? And yeah, I got my umbrella. So I'm straight and I'm good. But um, yeah, I feel it and I feel the temperature dropping too. So, yep, getting ready to be a washer in here. Um, Everybody partying and celebrating, and everybody seems joyful, and all seems to be going well. For some people around you who are partying and having a great time and they're smiling and all of that, for them, it's a facade, it's an act. They are celebrating with those who uh, are celebrating currently, but inside it's a time of mourning for them. They're going through and grieving and things that have happened that they're not expressing. And at a certain point in time, that facade. Oh, the Star Wars movie? Oh, really? I didn't even, but see, I don't even be really watching. YouTube is kind of my TV, so I didn't even know there was a new Star Wars movie, so that's interesting. Um, I just shorten it by saying this. All of your go to people that you go to that are, your encouragers, your biggest supporters, the people who love you and check on you. Hey, are you good? Are you straight? Everything okay? You know, that make it a point, even if they don't do it but once a month, to be like, hey, just checking in with you to see how you're doing. You should, I'm going to issue a 30-day challenge. You should uh, seek to emulate that person for the next 30 days. The one who encourages you and lifts you up and uh, will soundly talk to you about some hard things. Because a friend loveth at all times. And a brother's born for adversity. That means, those hard things that you don't really want to get into with anybody, these friends of yours who love you are willing to get into it with you. You are capable of doing hard things, things that are inconvenient, things that don't benefit you. And for the next 30 days, my challenge to you is for you to be that person to somebody else. Not just an encourager, somebody to tell them that they're great, but to also share the uncomfortable truth with them too. 100% whole friend, all around friend. The kind of friend we're gonna need as these days get darker, just like the clouds coming in here. We're gonna need that friend. because that caliber of people are going to be vital and crucial. And they're going to be the ones who are going to shine as lights on the earth as it gets darker and darker. And you should strive for the next 30 days to become that person. That person that God can tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you need to pray for Mary. You need to pray for Stephanie. You need to pray for Little Big Mac. You need to pray for Cece. You need to pray for Starstruck. You need to pray for Tracy. You need to pray for Jack. You need to pray for Rahul. You need to pray for everybody in your sphere of influence. And where you can, you need to check on them. Make sure they're good. Make sure they're really good. Don't let them play in your face. If you have a relationship with them. Hey, 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 I saw you in the sip. I saw you in the sip. You and Miss Rachel was having fun. And that's the kind of carrying on I like. That's the kind of carrying on I like. When things get better for me, I would like to carry on like that with y'all. Um, and hopefully in the very near future things do get straight where I can find me a four wheel. Missouri, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, road trip. Roll out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, hopefully, prayerfully, uh, things turn around for me because there's just been a lot of obstacles and stuff. But on Tuesday, God willing and the creek don't rise, I have my second interview with this company up the road from me. And praying I get it. Praying I get it. That will be a wonderful door that will open. And I'm just praying I get it. Um, I was supposed to have that second interview yesterday, but through a series of circumstances and um, time constraints, it just did not happen. So prayerfully, the second interview will go off without a hitch and I can get back on my feet. That little Honda Civic right there, that same make, same model, same year, same color, that's how I was rolling out for 13 years before this lady decided to T-bone me and my husband and almost take us out of here on Labor Day of 2021. And since then, I've been walking for real, everywhere. And prayerfully with this open door, I can get four more wheels and get on out here and do the things that I want to do. Um, yeah, that just hurts my heart when I see it. But because that was my car, that was my car. But y'all, other than that, I pray for y'all. I love y'all. I really do. I would y'all have an amazing rest of your day and have a wonderful weekend no matter what. Hey, Miss Lily, you come in here just as I'm signing off, so I can't sign off now. Let me walk. I don't know how well y'all are gonna be able to hear in Target. I'll go on and Target with y'all. I didn't bring, of course, my mic, so I don't know how well you can hear, but I'm gonna go on and Target with y'all. How are you doing? How are you doing, Miss Lily? Uh, I hope all is well where you are. Hope the weather is nice. Like I was telling them, it's just been raining most of the week around here. You know, not just buckets and buckets, but it's steadily just like root rotting everything I grew. All my squash and cucumbers and stuff like that is just like it's just so saturated. It's hurting me. The only thing thriving really and surviving right now is I've got some strawberries and uh, my sunflowers. That's about it so far. Everything's green and lush, but there's no vegetation. Um, I'm gonna try to fertilize a little bit this weekend and see if that'll help stimulation. it is. The weather overall is really, really weird. Really weird. This rain for us is totally uh, off the chain. We don't. I mean, this time during the summer, it dries the bone to where the earth is cracking up. We don't. For it to be this saturated is highly unusual. By like, I would say maybe the end of April and the beginning of May, the rain is a wrap, pretty much. It's a wrap. So this I don't understand. I'm looking at the salt air, and she might just be putting it out just now. So I may have to walk somebody somewhere else and let her do what she does. Let me check. The other night, just north of here, they had uh like a little smaller than ping pong size hail. Well, I mean, that's enough to tear up a lot of stuff. And it's like that. As it is, we're gonna have to call our roofers to come and check this roof. Our roof is fairly new, um, to make sure there's not a lot of hail damage or any hail damage because we've had lots and lots of hail to cover the backyard. And I know the roof has got to be dented up real good. Okay, so this is the solitaire body sprays that I was talking about, and they smell absolutely wonderful. I don't see what I'm looking for, so maybe it will be in tomorrow. One part of the website is said it be in today, and it might be in the back, and they just ain't put it out. But then one part of the website said it might be tomorrow, so I'll be up here tomorrow. So you know it must smell good if I'm walking here. And I'm committed to walking. It must smell good. It does. It smells like summer to me. It just smells like uh, I'm on the beach with a cool whatever, and by the ocean, and it's just what it's giving. It's giving summer. So, uh, but yeah, this is one of Kadri's happy places too. Uh, she tries with all she can to get on. She works at Burlington now, but she tries all she can at least once a month to get on that super target. And I said, it's probably the Lord that won't allow you to get on here because He knows you won't have a check. She loves Super Target. So it's like you just might as well do a check exchange because you get your whole check in Super Target. Super Target is not cheap, it's expensive. But if you worked here, you would lose your mind because of the discounts you would get and the things that you would just impulse buy because it's just so cute. Yeah, you would come home with nothing. You'd be broke before you leave the store. But yeah, she's tried for a while to get on here and they will not. I told her, I said, it's probably all for the best. Probably all for the best. But yeah, I could feel like a two-toneness to the air. It's one side is superhuman, the other side is just like super cool. And it's like coming in slowly overhead. Uh, but I guess I'll walk around house with y'all again. I don't know if I could walk in here either because they've got music. Probably have music playing in here, and I know they got music down at the other end. So I don't know. And we all know how YT is about music that don't belong to me or you. So I don't know. They might do what they do. Um, but yeah. They have been, because of music and other stuff, they have just been randomly cutting your line. They just cut it. It's like, no cut, no warning, no nothing. So we'll see. I'll go in here real fast. But somebody trying to get out. You trying to get out? Hi. Hi. Um, so now see me. How you doing? They got a ton of shoes over here. A ton. Some nice shoes I'll have to look at. But like I say, y'all, I didn't want anything at all. I just came to see how y'all was doing and what y'all have going on. So those are my kind of sandals right there. They're not my size, but they look like Birkenstocks, and I love Birkenstocks. So, but yeah, that was twists and turns going with that. The the not the hiring manager, but the recruiter was very, very, very nice. We talked, and she just kept saying, uh, looking at things and looking at your resume and stuff like that, and just talking to you, I just feel like we are so much alike. I just, I really, really relate to you, and I just do. I just feel like you would be a great fit here, and I'm gonna push your stuff immediately to the hiring manager. And so she was pleased, but what I'm finding is, um, the recruiter could be, you and the recruiter can click. I'm finding that a lot. But by the time you get to the hiring manager, it's sort of like good cop, bad cop, in a sense. The recruiter clicks, and you nice and all this stuff, and you're able to express to her, um, the ways you would fit with the position and all of that sort of stuff. You get to the hiring manager, it's got like this checklist, and they're like, hey, uh, so what did you say? Da, 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 and how does it work? And it's very clinical, very unemotional, very just a little short of rudeness. They tend to be like, um, the CIA, the FBI, and the Spanish Inquisition all rolled into one. All of the niceties are gone. And they're just like, okay, so when you got fired, what happened? Totally different. And so I'm praying to, I'm just praying, I'm trying to pray for every scenario. I tried to cover it, but primarily I'm praying to make sure that this is where I'm supposed to be. That's what I'm praying. I'm praying that this is not just a good fit for the company, but a good fit for me, because mental health is so important. And I don't want to be anywhere where my mental health is in jeopardy. There's too many things I want to do for the Lord without the hindrance of mental illness. Point blank, period. Uh, ooh, two chickens. What you gonna do with those chickens, Mary? What are you cooking with those chickens? I made chicken wings and cabbage and what else? Yeah, I made a soup out of them. I made what I call the inspiration stew: chicken wings, cabbage, mushroom, onions, bell peppers. Did a chicken broth and uh, got some ramen noodles and put it in there. You talking about good? Oh my gosh, I'm having that tonight. Shoot, it was delicious. I haven't made that in a long time. So, chicken and noodles. There you go. Sourdough bread. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna catch a plane and I'm gonna be right over. Cause yeah, yeah. I'll save mine for tomorrow, but I'm gonna have dinner with you tonight. Cause yeah, That sounds like a party right there. Right there. Ray bought me a bread maker for Christmas. And since December, I've been like, I'm gonna make some bread. I'm gonna make some bread. I'm gonna make some bread. It's June. Have you made any bread yet? It's cute. It's brand new, sitting up on a kitchen counter, its own designated space. Got the bread flour, got yeast, got everything. Have I made anything? Nah, ain't made nothing. I made nothing. And Red's like, when you gonna make me some bread? You're so concerned about me eating bread and it being healthy. When am I gonna get some bread? And I'm just like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. I ain't made nothing. I haven't made a thing. If y'all wonder where the jams is coming from, they're coming from the Vienna beef truck over there. So that's where it's coming from. But so probably on the playback of this video, they'll cut all that out or ask me to cut it out. But but yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna make myself. I'm gonna take the bread flour, the yeast, and the actual bread maker out, and I'm gonna put it on the kitchen aisle. And I'm gonna make some bread. Cause I know the first time I do it and I eat it, it's gonna trigger me to make more. It's gonna trigger me. It's just a matter of me doing it. I just haven't done it yet. But I know once I do, that's gonna be the ticket for me. First of all, it's cheaper. Second of all, it's 10 times healthier. Any bread that never spoils is horrible and it's really not bread. So uh there's that. So yeah, I just gotta quit being lazy and get in there and make some bread. Make some bread. Cause I love that's the thing I miss about my mama and my grandmama the most. Uh my grandmama didn't have a bread maker until a little bit before she passed. She did that by hand. It was just what you do. You just throw some flour and some stuff together and just make your own and that's just how she did it and that's just how we ate. Bread, rolls, cinnamon rolls, um, and everything else you could think of. She was she would even take the bread and she would do loaves that were twisted. You know, those like wreaths, those like things that you would get for Christmas, bread twisted into a wreath. She would make those and butter them down real, real well and put them in plastic bags. And that's part of what we would have for Christmas, along with, cinnamon twists, cinnamon rolls, um, and anything else. Normally, what I would get for my birthday, I would get a bag of biscuits. I get a bag of yeast rolls. I would get a thing of cinnamon rolls and a peach cobbler because she knew those were my favorites. And she would always do that for me for my birthday every year. Up until uh, before she passed. I want to say 2 years before she passed, she did. And they just hit. She never, never missed. Never. So, yeah, I do need to make some bread. I do need to make some bread. Because if the going narrative is as far as bread, you should throw bread out from your diet. You shouldn't eat bread because it's fattening. Uh, and I absolutely agree. If you eat a lot of bread, it's going to give you a weak belly because of how processed this bread is. It's um it's very processed and very, very unhealthy for you. So you should not eat that kind of bread. You should kind of get out of your diet. But if you make your own bread and you only eat the bread that you make, that where you can control the sugar and all of the things that go in it, then it's no problem. It sustains life. It tastes delicious. And you do not pick up the weight that you would pick up with this modern stuff that they call bread today, which is absolutely not. If you make your own, you're not picking up away from them. You're not. I didn't. I didn't. Um, I didn't ever. It's just much, much healthier for you. So I will commit to tomorrow, and Kedge was supposed to be holding me accountable to make a loaf of bread. I mean, come on. I've made bread before, so I know. I used to make bread with my grandma, so because I know I can make it from scratch. It's just laziness. It's just laziness. Uh, Everything I just said, she taught me how to make, and I have all of her old recipes, hers and my mom's, so I can make it. I ain't need no bread maker. Just being lazy. Um, but yeah, tomorrow I'm not doing anything, so I'm gonna make some bread. Make some bread tomorrow. Carry us into the weekend. But other than that, I'm gonna show y'all that. I keep saying I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna show you what they're doing. They're they're redoing this old mall. That was an old Sears from decades ago. And this whole area is gonna be it's gonna be by the end of this year a Asian style mall with a lot of Asian stores in it, a lot of places to eat. There's gonna be a whole open air Asian market. I think it's called Aeon is the name of the market. Very, very popular in Japan. And they are opening their flagship market here in America right there. Some of the owners of the Aeon Mall who are going to be over this property came down and they I don't know if you can see at that far end that light little fencing. They fenced off the property because unfortunately we had a lot of our homeless going into the building because it was old and staying there. The police had just kept running them out, running them out, running them out. And so they came here to put up, you see the umbrellas going up, to put up fencing so they wouldn't get in there. And they hurried up and finished the work so they couldn't get in there. But that is it. And that is all. That is what's going on in my little world. And I appreciate y'all again so much for watching and just being real true friends, coming in clutch for me. My channel is over 1,400 subscribers now. I'm almost halfway to monetization. And it's because of y'all. It's absolutely not because of me. It's because of God and it's because of rock stars like you. Thank you so very much for everything. And I will see y'all again, God willing, possibly this Saturday on our trip to Bucky's. Bye, rock stars.